Hey you guys, I'm Mary Setrakian and here we are at episode 3 of Master Voice Teacher Reacts. Now I've been doing these amazing icons and legends of our time for my reactions, and it dawned on me that I have been fortunate enough to be in some iconic Broadway shows, including Les Miserables. Oh, you see the poster right over my shoulder? And Hello Dolly, starring Carol Channing, the icon. Oh yes, that's over my shoulder as well. I've also been a part of Phantom of the Opera. Oh yes, I played Madame Giry on the road in the Music Box Company. There I am. That's me, Madame Giry. It was so awesome and just such a thrill and dream to be singing that music 8 shows a week for a year. And there's Brad Little. He was our Phantom. Brad is still on tour in the Asia tour of Phantom. And so beyond that, I've also had the incredible good fortune, I have to say it's good fortune, of teaching some soon-to-be icons, or maybe we can even already call them icons. Well, one thing I want to tell you about is on the tour right now, the world tour of Phantom of the Opera, my student, Eric Anthony Lopez, he is the youngest cast member ever to play the tenor Piangi. He's doing that right now. You'll know him from American Idol. He made his big splash then. So he's soon to be an icon. He's one of those great voices that he never really had a voice teacher. I am the lucky one he comes to from time to time to just make sure he's technically fresh, connecting all of his emotions, doing the work. So he's somebody to keep an eye on for a future icon. Now, I've also had the thrill to teach the fantastic Sierra Boggess since she was 17 years old. Oh yes, I met her in Breckenridge, Colorado. There was a wonderful music summer program headed by the fabulous Douglas Webster. And I met Sierra there and she started studying with me. So we had 2 summers together and then she went off to college. We stayed in touch and I've been her teacher ever since. Well, as we know, she got the Las Vegas, well, this is how it went. She got the Las Vegas Christine in Phantom of the Opera, and then she was plucked out of that company to be Ariel in Little Mermaid on Broadway. And then she went on to do the Andrew Lloyd Webber London version of Love Never Dies. And then we know she went back to Broadway and did Christine again. She also did the 25th anniversary of Phantom of the Opera with Ramin Karimloo. Oh gosh, I hope I got his name right. Hi, Ramin. So awesome. So I would say that Sierra is already an icon because Andrew Lloyd Webber has said publicly Sierra Boggess is his favorite Christine. So we're going to check out Sierra and Ramin doing the iconic Phantom of the Opera in London. Let's take a look at their video and I'm going to give you my reactions. Here we go. Sierra Boggess and Ramin Karimloo, the Phantom of the Opera. Even before we hear a note, this is during an awards ceremony and they have a gorgeous extended orchestra. So they're getting the most beautiful accompaniment right now. It's so exciting to hear the show like this. Also rent or buy the 25th anniversary DVD of these 2 doing this. There as well, the orchestra is extended, so it's this huge, beautiful orchestra. They can't afford that on Broadway 8 shows a week or on tour. It's going to be a little bit more minimal, but there they extended, and the chorus on the 25th anniversary. So even without starting, oh my gosh, you hear that glorious music? Amazing.
In sleep you sang to me. That voice which calls to me and speaks my name.
Now you'll notice that Sierra is already using not only her beautiful soprano, but she's mixing some belts in there, some chest voice. Now, even Maria Callas said publicly, sopranos, do not be scared of your chest voice. You want to add that, you want to use that. It's such a beautiful color. And we'll even hear Sarah Brightman, the original Christine, singing just also with her chest voice. It's a gorgeous choice. It remains more of a classical sound because there's vibrato, or I can say in Italian, vibrato. They keep the vibrato in the sound. That's where the voice is moving and it's got that beautiful wave in it. That's really natural and gorgeous. That's what makes a more classical sound. So if she had kept it straight tone, in dreams he sang to me. Right now she's keeping vibrato. In dreams he sang to me. That keeps it the classical sound.
And do I dream again? For now I find the phantom of the opera is there inside my mind.
Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my goodness. Now what Sierra is doing so beautifully, I talked about this in episode 1 with wonderful Frank Sinatra, the front passage resonators, all this lovely bone and cartilage that surrounds air pockets, and that's why her tone is so gorgeous. Not only is she gifted with amazing vocal cords, but she has these beautiful passages of air pockets that vibrate. Now, when you sing a high note, you go up what I call the floors of these beautiful resonators. So the higher notes are going to live on a higher floor. We just heard it cascading down. Phantom of the opera is there, coming down the floors. Oh my gosh. So keep aware of that as we move forward. Isn't that stunning? I love it. Okay, here comes Ramin. Let's see what he does.
Sing once again with me, our strange duet.
Now he added straight tone. Sing once again. Suddenly it has a pop rock feel. Andrew Lloyd Webber loves a phantom with a little pop rock in there. All he did was he straightened the tone so it doesn't have the vibrato. Suddenly it's more poppy. So here we've got Christine, super classical, gorgeous, vibrant, and now we've got a little pop rock phantom on the scene. Keep listening. You can hear when it has the vibrato and when it's straight tone. It's really cool.
My power over you grows stronger, yeah.
Oh my God, he took a little stronger. He changed the tone. He changed the note. I love it. I'm sure Andrew agreed. He made it his own. I love it. Here they go. I think they go duet now.
And though you turn from me to glance behind, the phantom of the opera is there inside your mind.
He also had that technique. He used the front passage resonators. He used the floor. It started at the top of the floors and it cascaded down. The only thing differently is he kept something straight tone and that made it more poppy. Phantom of the opera. He used the straight tone. I love it. I think it's so dynamic and exciting. Here they go.
Those who have seen your face draw back in fear. I am the mask you wear.
It's me they hear.
Okay, now they're duetting. It's so dynamic. They are looking in each other's eyes. They are really playing off each other. I know that they worked together on Love Never Dies first, and they had the amazing director Jack O'Brien, and Sierra talked about how amazing he was as a director. He brought them together and they worked off of each other, And we can see here they've kept that glorious relationship. They're also good friends. So, you know, they bring that together. They trust each other. And they're already playing off of each other. By the way, did you just hear Ramin? He had all vibrato in his sound that time. So it went back to a little more classical. Now they're going to sing together. Let's see what they do.
Your spirit and my voice in one combined.
Now that was a direction. She followed his hand with her eyes. The director told her to do that. That brought in some drama of the relationship of Christine with the Phantom. And they have such a beautiful relationship on stage. It's you can feel the electricity between them. I don't know if you can teach that. I think that's something that they have to like work on together, and they've done it. I don't know if you noticed this, but they just sang a duet, and Ramin did not go into pop rock man. Instead, he was classically in the vibrato together, and the reason that they did that is that their voices match better. If he was doing pop and she was doing classical, it wouldn't have matched so beautifully. Just stunning. It was such a good choice for them. Notice I'm saying vibrato and vibrato. Okay, usually the world says vibrato. I like to say vibrato, but I switch back and forth. Okay, shout out to the violins and the string section. It's so lovely to have violins and strings. On Broadway, you don't always get that because they cost a lot of money, and so they'll use the electronic piano to create the strings. We've got them live here. Really enjoy that. Oh my gosh, it's such a treat to have that.
In all your fantasies, you always knew that man and mystery
were both in you.
Now this is an iconic picture of them together. Do you see that he put his hand over? We remember Michael Crawford doing that in the original production. It's really iconic, this particular position. What's so great about it for the actors, it's about touch, this need to be touched. And they get this chance to release into the touch, and that also makes their technique better because they're surrendering into the sensation. They've got breath and support, believe me. There's a lot going on, with which we'll talk about at another time. So this breath and support's very important, but they are in the sensation of the touch. Oh, it's so lovely. And it also connects the actors to really be in those characters, but it's just a beautiful sensation to have as an actor. And for us as the audience, we feel them too. We connect to that. That's why we love them so much. We can get into their work. It's beautiful.
And in this labyrinth,
where night is blind.
the phantom of the opera is here, inside my mind.
There they are looking at each other again. Isn't that just dreamy? You're just like, oh my God, it's so lovely. And they're able to connect, and the tone connects as well. Okay, here come the iconic high notes. Let's take a listen.
Sing, my angel of music.
There, the phantom of the opera.
Sing for me.
Okay, she's starting the climb, right? So here she is, and she's sort of on this floor. It's going to keep climbing the floors and climbing the floors. Now the physics of singing, the higher notes, they vibrate in a smaller space each time. So it's kind of like this triangle, this pyramid going straight up. So as she goes up, you can kind of feel the sensation of the high notes. They get higher on the floor and they get smaller. It's like this really small, sparkly, like Tinkerbell once it gets up to the highest notes. Check it out.
Sing!
while, not only is she singing high notes, she's in the scene, she's in the connection. This phantom is her teacher. This phantom is this magical person that she is already madly in love with. There's something so connecting. He has been alone his whole life, and he has this beautiful muse who he's teaching. He gets to touch her. He gets to be with her. So they have that going. And believe me, that energy of connecting all that helps to sing high notes. It gives you so much extra energy to be able to ping those high notes. It's really cool how they work together. That's an incredible high note. And look, she's straight out looking at the audience. She's not looking at the audience though, is she? She's using what we call the fourth wall. This is the imaginary wall between the singer, Sierra, and the audience. So she is now putting the phantom on the fourth wall. So he's next to her, but she's singing straight ahead as if he was in front of her, so that we in the audience can go into her magical life. She's not breaking the fourth wall. She's not looking at us in the audience. She's still in the scene. She's still in the dungeon here with the phantom, and she's private with him, and we're able to be little flies on the wall looking into this beautiful scene. And she, by the way, is now singing, I think, a high C at this point. It's crazy. It's a crazy high note. And it's sparkling and gorgeous because it's up on, she's using the physics of singing. It's up on this higher floor, and it's small and sparkly.
Sing!
Okay, just to say, here comes the iconic note of the whole show. It's in high E. It's so freaking hard to sing because not all of us have the talent in our own body to have that high note. Well, Sierra Boggess has the talent, and wait till you hear it. But the only way to get up there, you know how I talk about going up the floors? It now has to be in what I'd call the attic. Really tiny, sparkly, up there, zippy, zippy, zippy. Let's see if she does it.
Sing for me!
Oh my goodness. Is that the best? You've just heard Sierra and Ramin not only sing magically, but also connect their emotions, connect as Christine and the Phantom. And it's so exciting. And that's great performance. Thank you for joining me on episode 3. See you next time.